Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at how I set up the very beginning. So I actually use two different websites to double check my load balancing. It's a little bit weird, but I think it actually works really, really well. The first is Satisfactory Calculator. It's extremely easy to use. Most players that I've seen, that do videos and such, use Satisfactory Calculator, and the link will be down in the description below. Now, with Satisfactory Calculator, just be aware on mobile, it's a little janky. That ad in the bottom right corner is on mobile devices, and it takes up a substantial amount of the screen, and I can't get rid of it because I don't use ad blockers. So part of it might be my fault, but we digress. It is what it is. So setting up things in Satisfactory Calculator, you're just going to go to the production planner, hit add item, and then hunt for the item that you want to make. So in this one, we're going to make iron plates, and then adjust for how many you want to be produced. If you want 1,000, if you want 100, I just put 40 because constructors will make 20 plates per minute just by themselves. So I just put 20. It's super easy to load balance from there. So once you change that to 40, it'll update, and voila. So you have that view. I'm not a huge fan of this. It's not something I wouldn't set it up this way. I use a lot of mergers and splitters, which I will show you later on down the road, just because of the fact that when I'm doing the build, I like doing multi-level builds with my factory. So I'll have the furnaces on one level and the constructors on a different level. So not having mergers and more splitters in there actually makes this not work quite right. And with splitters and mergers, you have to be aware of your belt level and other things. And this particular segment is showing it with belts that are, a lot higher than the starting out. So this is for a Mach 1. So just go to options and change out your belt speed and your miner and all of that. And that should update and make it look load balanced. But once you take a look at everything, you'll actually notice there's all of the different pieces, and so long as everything is going in and coming out in equal quantities, things are showing as green, you're fine. And this is how much it would actually take. When you go into the building section, it will give you the totals for how many bits you need. So the other website that I use quite often is Satisfactory. I very much like this website almost more than I do the other one, just because I can actually choose what all goes in there. So when I'm actually doing, the builds for it, I can decide, okay, I want to do limestone. So I click a miner and it does limestone. This one, we're going to do iron again. It's a tier 1 miner, super, super easy on a normal node. Since the beginning area for our Let's Play series, all 3 of those are actually normal nodes. So they will spit out 60 ore per minute. So keeping that in mind, you just click on normal node, but you can do impure nodes, which only do 30 per minute. And I cannot for the life of me remember what pure nodes do. I think they do 120. So it doubles each time normally, but always double check that when you're looking at it. Once you put your miner down, it's going to tell you exactly what that is. So this one, we're going to throw some splitters in there, and you just hold down shift and drag it across. Now you see the 1 on both of those. That 1 is a Mach 1. So it's a Mach 1 belt and a Mach 1 miner. I really like that fact. It's super easy to change. You would just go over top of it and click it and then hit the arrow button. That'll show up in the bottom left-hand corner. But let's add some more splitters. So we'll go ahead and split off of that. And then I'm going to add some smelters. We're going to make some iron ingots. And I know that I need 2 because the other one told me that I needed 2. So because of the way that I like to build, I'm going to use more splitters and more mergers so that if I do want to go up, that's completely fine. So connect them in, and then I'm going to hit analyze just to make sure that it all works. And they're green, so that's beautiful. So everything's going in, it's spitting out, it's fantastic. Now we're going to add some mergers in there, because at the end of the day, if I didn't want this to go to a singular source at the very end of it, I would want to add mergers so it spits it into a container or something else. This one is designed to go upstairs, so we're going to add some splitters and another splitter, and then connect these, and then the constructor's making the iron plates. And with the iron plates, these get spit out. Yeah, I made a boo-boo there. Okay. Iron plate, Mach 1 belt, another set of iron plate, drag that over, and analyze. And it works. It works. So it's still green. Then we're going to just add the mergers to throw it into the actual container at the very end. And that's one thing that this one actually does allow you to do, is add the container so you can make sure what you're feeding into your belts is not more, so it's not going to back things up. And that's a huge piece for me, because sometimes with the calculator, the other calculator in the production planner, that is exactly what happens. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. It doesn't just give you those pieces. So with both of these calculators, you can see it's totally load balanced, and you could take this and add additional miners or additional smelters and break things apart and make it smaller, make it bigger. I plan on using it as we go forward to do more of these with the Mark IIs, Mark IIIs, and Mark IVs. So as we go forward, you'll see a lot more of these as I try and load balance all of these pieces to make it work. So let's jump into actually building. So taking a look at the actual setup, as you can see, it's really, really simple. It can be used for single story or 2-story. You can take those splitters and mergers out of the center if you so chose, where you're only doing a 1-story setup. But this is just how I generally set it up. And overall, it's not that hard. So we'll go ahead and start with putting our belts in, make our nice little 90-degree turn, because, we got to have a 90. And we're going to put in some splitters. So we need 2 splitters put in, and that's 1 and 2. And I'm just separating them out to make it easier to see. Connect our belts and connect the belts. And I do have the smart mod. That's why I'm kind of doing it this way, because the smart mod's going to put in belts that are too high. So put the smelters in, and we're going to put one there, line it up, use the blue line, and line that up. And I don't think that one's actually lined up, but it's close. It's fine. So we'll put that in, put that one in, put our 2 mergers. Yeah, that smelter is a little far back, but that's fine. So merger, and you can see the belts where they're actually the wrong type. So I'm going to swap those out and put, no, that is not lined up. So we'll go ahead and delete that real fast, fix that. That's my fault. That other one is too far back, but it's okay. We're just going to work with it. So then we're going to put our splitters back in, flip it around, go in the opposite direction, and connect all of this with some belts. Oh, I'm in the wrong hole. Wrong one. There we go. And connect that. Find a constructor. So we're going to make 2 constructors. And get these lined up. Spin. Okay. Right about there. And then, right there. Nice and lined up. Swap this back out. Connect. Okay. That's all connected. Now I'm going to throw 2 more mergers in and a container. So very, very, very easy to set up. I think the container will go like right here. And do the rest of the belt work. And these are Mark 1 belts, as you can see. Everything is set for Mark 1 since this is the beginning setup. Super, super easy. All that's left is connecting the power. And I currently have the creative power turned on, so I don't actually have to connect this to a grid or anything, but you would need to connect it into your actual grid. Then we'll go ahead and set this up and see if it actually works. I'm pretty sure it will. So we're going to produce ingots there, and we'll produce some ingots here. And then we're going to go and we're going to make the constructors produce some plates. All of the plates. Okay. Plates and plates. All right. And that's literally all there is to it. So this works with a single miner. You only need a miner producing 60 iron ore per minute. And this will spit out 40 iron plates per minute. So that's literally it. It's extremely easy to set up iron plates, iron rods, and iron screws. A little more complicated. So with this, like I had said, I use this to do 2 stories where I like separating things onto 2 different levels. So let's throw our belt down the center. We'll just bring it almost all the way down, right about there, turn the corner, and right there. And then we're going to put our splitters, splitter, not merger. Put our 2 splitters in for our refiners. And yeah, that's fine. We'll throw that right there. Connect this in, connect this in. And then, let's see here, put the smelter. And I got to flip this around because it's facing the wrong way. Throw that in. So smelters are going to go on the first floor. And that's how I normally set it up anyways. So I have those. And then we need... I'm going to delete this because it's now in the way. It's not like it's needed. I could turn those off, but I'm not going to. Okay. So let's throw our mergers in and spin these around. And again, I'm going to have to swap out the type of belt that I'm using on them, but that's fine. Okay. So now we have those. So I'm going to go and we're going to set up some walls. But yeah, no, electrical first. Okay. So walls, back up. And again, I'm using the smart mod for this. It just makes building a whole lot faster. I use it on my regular saves as well. So if this is something that you do where you have, builds that you do all of the time, I would highly suggest adding the smart mod. And I don't think that platform's going to be big enough. No, it's not. Let's add a couple more rows just to be safe. Okay, that should give us plenty of space. So the biggest part with this is we're going to go under logistics and grab the floor hole. And I am so glad this is actually part of the current vanilla gameplay. They did finally add this, so you don't need mods or anything to use this. It is bought, I believe, in the Awesome Shop. So then we're going to need a conveyor lift because we're using Mark 1. Select Mark 1, drop this down. And looking at that, yep, hold R, reverse that since it's going to go upward. And these all got to go. These are not lined up where I need them to. So we're going to delete this and then throw this together. All right. That's together. Oh, floor in the way. Swap the belt. Swap the belt. Okay. Belt. And then we're going to put the conveyor up on the top. And we'll go from there. So, like I said, extremely easy to do with all of the splitters and conveyors and everything that I use. It'd be kind of hard to break it at this point. So we'll go ahead and line one up here. We'll put another one there. Go ahead and connect this all together. And then throw some, let's see here. So we need the constructor to make our iron plates up on this top floor. And you can even set this up where when the constructors are done, it goes down back into the first level for wherever you put your storage. I like very clean lines, so that's why everything's kind of set up on these more 90-degree angles. But I do have micromanage and things turned on, so I could change this if I wanted and swap those belts. And then put in the storage container. And where am I going to put this? We'll just throw it right here for now, since this is just an example of what you could do. So turn these on, turn the plates. Electrical is a must-have. These have to be connected to electrical to work. So connect and connect. And then we'll go downstairs, down into the bottom floor, and turn this on to iron ingots. So that's going to start turning those out. So there you go. That's literally all of it. For iron plates, it's really, really easy to do. Again, the Mark 1 miners are spitting out on a normal node 60 iron ore per minute, which means that I can smelt that, and then the constructors will make 40 iron rods per minute out of that one miner. So kind of hard to break it, kind of hard to mess it up, but that is how this is all set up. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on this video. And don't forget to follow so that you catch the video next week doing iron rods and screws, both of which are a little more complicated, but really, really easy off of the Mark 1s. So I will catch you guys on the next one.